Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good evening, guys. Apologize for the late night stream, but had a lot of stuff going on today, and I wanted to make sure that I did get at least one stream in tonight before we crash. Carl Wagner, what's going on, brother? How are you? How are things, man? A lot of exciting things kind of going on. Twitter, the XRP Twitter is going crazy. Aiden Trading has been doing his thing for live streaming. He was the one who turned me on hours and hours ago, sometime this morning, I believe, maybe right around noon, about the congressional hearing with Mnuchin there. Boy, was that good. Tap the line. What's going on, man? How are you, bro? Yeah, so Aiden Trading turned me on to that live stream. And so I hopped on this live stream real quick. And the first thing I thought I saw something about XRP was being mentioned. But I don't think they didn't mention XRP. So I'm like, where is this? Where is this? Where is this? And Aiden is telling me it's. I posted it on my Twitter. It's at a minute 39. An hour and 39 minutes in rather. So I go check it out and then listen to that. And then of course, later on Twitter I see people got it posted up there somehow. I don't know how people do that, but they ended up actually copying the stream somehow. And I don't know if it was Aiden's or someone else's, but that actual segment was actually put on Twitter, which was really, really cool. It was amazing. The XRP family is off the hook. I mean, it is such a giving community. It's always willing to share information, and I absolutely love that. We've been so busy today. I didn't have a chance to. I think I got on Kime's stream for like 30 seconds, 45 seconds or something, and I had to get off. But yeah, man, crazy, crazy stuff. And then the off the chain interview. I actually have off the chain on my Stitcher app, and I'm gonna play you guys that little 2 minute segment where I believe her name is Catherine Coley talks about the FX market. I mean, whoa, wow. And it's interesting too because you really want to listen to that interview if you guys haven't. I think I must have paid for. I know he has like two different kinds of things. One you can get the stuff later and get it right away type of thing on Pompliano's on the chain. But I didn't listen to the whole thing. I was just, I was fast forwarding, rewinding because I wanted to hear that part where she talks about, the FX market with XRP and how it needs to be liquid or the price needs to rise, or the liquidity volume needs to come in for to tackle that FX market. And but the interview itself and just kind of her background and where she started out with Ripple, the company, is awesome, absolutely awesome as well. And so crazy, crazy things. I'm gonna play that. I have my phone hooked up to Bluetooth. So I'm gonna play that segment for you, and I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm gonna have to do with all the YouTube stuff that I get. I'm gonna have to use my phone, hook it up to my Bluetooth, so you guys can hear it and or see it as well. Hate wishing away time, but can't wait for 2020. I know, John. I know exactly what you're saying. So, but anyway, a lot of great stuff going on, right? So that congressional hearing was nice. It was great for that guy, Mr. Hill, senator, congressman from Arkansas, to bring that to make that statement about the rails. Did you guys catch that? He said the rails are being laid, for banks and non-banks to use a digital token for settlement. Like, what? Like, what did you just say? I need to find out more about this congressman and or slant senator from Arkansas, Mr. Hill. I need to find out what's up. I mean, what? Right? I mean, he didn't mix words there. He was straight to the point, was he not? Whoa. Whoa, that was crazy. Let me say some shout outs here real quick. See who's hanging out. Carl Wagner, my dude, I appreciate you being here. Tap the line. What's going on, man? I appreciate you being here, bro. XRP Junior. What is up, my friend? How are you? Out of the way, Jay. What's good? What's up, CJ? How are you? I'm doing good, bro. Life is good. I'm telling you, life is good. We are absolutely blessed to be early adopters in this new asset class. That is the digital asset space. Carl Wagner says 2020 is going to blow up. Yep. Mr. Blockchain, what's going on? Jag17, good evening. How are you? John is in the building. Jason GL2, first. Indeed, you are, my friend. Yeah, so what the world my dude is on? Andre, my brother, what is going on? How are you? Future brother-in-law, by the way. So, yeah, that is Andre Nednev is the brother of Crypto Siege, Mrs. Crypto Siege. Good to see you in the stream, brother. See you in the stream. What you doing up, man? Oh, tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah. Like, do you have work, man? You gotta work on Saturday, bro? Aha. Aha. I turned him on to, he got his, I helped him get some, I helped Andre get some XRP the other day when he was in town visiting from New York. Helped him purchase his first XRP. So that was cool to see. Russians are smart, man. Smart. Technology wise, smart. Blockchain wise, smart. Making money smart. That's why. That's why there is a Miss Crypto Siege. Smart. Crypto Dictator, what's going on? What's up, crypto brothers and sisters? Life is good, man. Nick Roth, what's good? What's good, dude? Siege, what's happening, brother? Life is good. You know that, man. You're out of the way. That is the icing on the cake. He's talking out of the way. Yeah, that's right. Speculation can rise to three digits alone. Absolutely. We all know that. That is without question. So, guys, that news is that news like crazy, exciting, or what? That is. I guess I can do that with Twitter too, huh? Who had that? Who had that? Let me go check something out real quick because I want to play that little 2-minute segment on Twitter also. Let me see who did it. Was it Stuart XRP who actually had just a quick? You guys probably know it. Who was it? Who was it on Twitter? Just who had the congressman? Again, I don't know if he's a senator or a congressman. Hill, Mr. Hill, when he mentioned that the rails being laid. Who had that on Twitter? Was that Stuart XRP? I don't want to have to fish around for it. You guys know, was it Stuart XRP who had that? Because I'm going to find it on my phone and play it for you again. Who knows what that? Who had that? Nick Ross said Alice Cobb had it on Twitter. I want to go to Twitter. You saying Alice Cobb had it on Twitter, Nick Roth? Let's see what's up. Cobb says out of the way, Jay. All right, let me go see what's up. I don't even, let me see. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to use my phone. I don't even know why I did that. I'm going to use my phone. Let me go find this. Let me find Cobb real quick. I thought it was Stuart XRP. I said it's Cobb. Oh, okay. Let me see. So that was, I mean, like, what? Was that not crazy? That was, guys, was that not crazy? That was crazy. And again, Aiden Trayton was streaming it. He was streaming the whole congressional meeting. And I hopped on his stream. I was, sneaking in between, me and my girlfriend, who was my business partner. She's the heart and soul of our business. And, we're driving around in between appointments, and I'm doing my best to sneak on the phone and get and get on YouTube and find out what's going on. And the first thing that kind of came in my feed was Aiden Trayton. He was streaming, but it was some chat in the Twitter. There was some chat in his live chat saying that someone had mentioned XRP. Leon Steer as well had it on there. Okay. Let me. And so there was some chat that they mentioned. You know how they say, yeah, they mentioned XRP. They mentioned XRP. So I'm like, what? They mentioned XRP in a hearing. So I'm going back and forth with okay, Leon Steer. Okay, I was right there too. So there was some kind of backwards and forwards between me and Aiden Trade, and I'm like, where did he say XRP? What's going on? And then he said I put it in my stream. I put it on Twitter. So I went out to Twitter and listened to it, and Whoa, was that not crazy? That was crazy. I'm telling you, you guys seem like you guys already all heard it, but I'm gonna play it for those who might not heard it. See, let's see if I can play this for you guys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna try and show it, but I don't know. I'm definitely gonna play it.
The ACH system, all true, all have private sector participation in them, government participation. The idea that there's a new rail created that's a blockchain rail that both bank and non-banks participate in, settle transactions through a token, it's coming our way faster than we like, perhaps faster than the 5-year time frame you outlined. So I do think it's an important issue for the FSOC to continue to consider, and also to have Treasury's view on, independent of what your agent over at the Federal Reserve. The debit, we have master.
Whoa, whoa, is that crazy or what? Oh my goodness. When he said a digit, and guys, the most important thing is he said a rail being built, right? When he said a token, he didn't say currencies, and he didn't mention the bitcoins and the ethereums, as Madam Lagarde likes to say. He said a token for settlement. Did he not say that? That's what he said. XRP Lava, what's good, my friend? Tap the line. Wow. Carl Wagner says boom. Yeah, so that was crazy, right? Tap the line, post. Oh, you posted the link. Oh, okay, I see it there. Yeah, but when I play, unfortunately, I got my audio with this OBS Studio software. Unfortunately, it's just skipping and it doesn't play right. So hopefully you guys could hear that. Adisa X, yo, crypto seeds. What's going on, Adisa X? Is that Adisa? I don't believe I've ever seen you in a stream. I appreciate you being here. Could you guys hear that good, by the way? I'm doing my inner Bragg times right now and using my and using my phone with the Bluetooth speaker. Could you guys hear that good? It's go time, says Jared XRP. What's going on, my friend? It is go time, man. You did get it. Yeah, what's Carl Wagner? Yeah, we all know he is talking about Ripple and XRP without questioning Carl Wagner. What else? Oh, like, again, we're getting to this times, I did a video or two about this before, where I'm so excited. I'm so confident in the digital asset that we hold that I'm almost nervous, because like when you know that you know that you know that you know, and you think and you sit back and think, the masses, 99.9% of the world does not know about the greatest digital asset ever created. Guys, there's 35 people in the stream, only 11 likes. I definitely appreciate that if you guys would just close the chat, get back out there real quick, like the stream. It helps with the algorithm, and it helps for the videos and the stream to get out to other people. So I definitely appreciate you doing that to support the channel. But I'm telling you, like, you ever have that feeling? You ever have that feeling? And then I'm going to throw in this on the chain with Anthony Pompliano interviewing, I believe her name is Catherine Coley. I know her last name is Coley. And what she says about Ripple and the FX market. I don't know. Like, are you kidding me? Like, crazy. What is Nick Roth saying here? Nick Roth is saying, Christine Lagarde said, we have a real competing cryptocurrency challenging our systems and is far from your Bitcoins. Yes. And she said and she also, instead of Ethereum, she said she calls it Ethereum. So maybe she's right. Maybe we've been calling it the wrong thing the whole time. But we all know, Nick Roth, that Christine Lagarde is a big fan of XRP and Ripple. We already know that without question. She has been ushering Brad Garlinghouse around. She's been chauffeuring him around for a while now, right? I mean, I don't even know. Nova, CJ, how are you doing? I'm doing outstanding, Nova. How you doing today? It's a good night, man. It's a great night to be in the digital asset space. First and foremost, an early adopter, and it's an even better night to be an XRP hodler, in my opinion. Alex D Vlogs, what is good, my friend? How you doing, man? Life is good, bro. Life is absolutely outstanding. Got a lot of business done today, which is a blessing to get that done. But I was telling people early in the stream, man, I was sneaking, you know, and I was hoping so we could, get out of that presentation and get in the car so I could, pop the phone, put the phone on the front of my car and listen to some YouTube, find out what's going on with my XRP family. And I first thing I came through my feed was Aiden trading, and he was streaming the congressional hearing. Man, that dude is out of control. Oh, by the way, there's another, and I believe yeah, he is. There's another young guy around Aiden's age as well, 14, 15, 16. Crypto news and investigative reports turned me on to this young man, and he said to kind of give him a follow and stuff on Twitter. My God, his name slips me now, but another young guy. And if crypto news and investigative reports are saying this young man is smart, he's smart. Because crypto news and the Rob Tech, I believe it is, smart. Yeet, what's up, bro? You guys talking about yourself? My night off. Oh, your night off, man. Good. Carl Wagner, it's good to hear, man. That's absolutely good to hear. And so you guys know are you guys familiar with the fact that Catherine Coley was on Papiano's show? And it's a 76-minute interview, but I'm only going to share with you guys, I guess, the 2 minutes part of it. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, but I am going to definitely listen to it. Let me tell you what I was doing when I went to the gym. Girl, I went to the gym that has the good. I have to now go to the gym with the good Wi-Fi and less equipment, significantly less equipment, so I'm sacrificing the guns for the Wi-Fi so that I can get caught up on what's going on in the community, what's going on in the digital asset space. Because the other gym with all the equipment you would ever need, the Wi-Fi in there is terrible, and it's hard for me, man. It's hard for me to tune off. If I'm in a business presentation, obviously I can do that. I can. But other than that, man, I'm just constantly in this space. I'm constantly in this space, so I have actually sacrificed. I've sacrificed the guns, for Wi-Fi, and so they don't have any equipment in this gym that's in our community. So I just get on the get on the treadmill, do some cardio, and do some high intensity interval training, and you know, just so I could get some news, man. GeoXRP, what's going on, my friend? How are you? Nova, thank you so much for the $6.99. Is that Canadian CA dollars? Thank you, Nova. I appreciate that, man. Keep it up. Yes, absolutely. I definitely will, man. Alex D. Vlog says these millennials will be leading this space soon enough. Absolutely. That's without question. That's why Ripple, I'm telling you, they're so smart. So smart with this whole, the UBRI thing, the University Blockchain Research Initiative, I think is what it's called. I mean, and let me show you what I did at the gym. This is what I did at the gym, but I have to change this so you can see the thing. So this is what I was doing at the gym. Let me show you this. Where's my YouTube? This is my channel here. You can see that, right? You can see here, I tried to catch some of kinds. This is the Forte guy, the CEO Forte. I watched this whole thing of Ethan Beard talks launch of Spring and SDK. I watched the guy who announced the winner of the hackathon winner and the thing that they built onto the ILP. I think it's called ILP Mo. It's like it's a simulation of Venmo, what they call it, because they say that everybody hates Venmo, and so they created something called ILP Mo, which I thought was crazy crazy funny. Then of course I listened. David Schwartz was the first one I listened to. I listened to his whole thing. He's talking to people at Berkeley. So that's what I was doing on the treadmill. I watched every single one of those videos, man, because I'm telling you, it is good times, man. It is absolutely good times. Change this back. Absolutely good times. Please. It's just crazy good times in this space right now. Nova says, yes, I'm Canadian. Can you guess which province I'm from? Let me see. I'm gonna go with what's the one that's way out west? Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it right now. I have a couple friends, kind of friends of friends in Canada. Would Toronto count as a province? Quebec, someone said. XRP Hollow said Quebec. The real Rick G. What's going on, man? How you doing? John says, I am watching XRP vids all day. I can't get enough. I know, and it's tough too because we get in trouble with the better half, right? It's tough, man. I just came in here to do the stream, and she's like, "Okay, I'll see you tomorrow." I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, Siege. What's going on, GeoXRP? Yeah, you gotta have that good Wi-Fi, right? And so that's what it is. I'm sacrificing the guns, the Wi-Fi, so I can stay up to date. Out of the way, Jay says, once this XRP moons, you can get your own gym with 5G without question, Mike. Without question, gonna be able to do that and save the guns. That's right. Blockchain man, yo, what's good? Happy holidays from Atlanta, Siege. What's going on, man? Hope you had an excellent, happy, and awesome Thanksgiving, man. My brother, soon to be brother-in-law, was in the stream. He probably went to bed. Captain Line says, I watch 8 hours a day. Oh, I hear you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I hear you. Ron said Ontario, Saskatchewan. Isn't there something with a B out in Canada? I don't want to say that. A good friend. She's a very successful business person out there in the West. Laugh out loud. Nova Scotia. Yes, I'm Canadian. Can you guess which province I'm from? Oh, you're not sleeping yet, Andre. Okay, good. Good to see you. Good. Glad you're still here, man. Everybody, welcome my brother to the stream, man. All my XRP family, please welcome Andre to the XRP family, man. Nova says I'm Scotian. That's British Columbia. That's it. Tap the line, British Columbia. So that would be my guess, man. British Columbia. Nova Scotia. Yeah, so it's crazy, right? Yukon. XRP Lobby said Yukon. Where is it? So on the chain, let me play this for you guys too, because it's massive. Anthony Popliano interviewing Catherine Coley. That's the XRP family, Andre. They're saying hello. They welcome you to the fam. Welcome you to the fam. So yeah, so it's funny too because Andre's probably laughing.
The ACH system, Ultra.
What in the world? Andre's probably laughing too because I tell my dudes from work, my fellow air traffic controllers from work, I tell them from my old gig, I tell them that I got the channel and I kind of get to go back to my old Brooklyn days when I did stream, right? Because I did I get to go back to my old Brooklyn days, which I like. That's one of the reasons why I do the channel. And so that personality from back in the day, growing up in Brooklyn, I get to hang out and kind of do a little bit of that, like that. So, all right, let me play this for you guys. I'm telling you, holy cow! Let me play it. Let me see what's up.
Capital markets team or institutional liquidity. Describe a little bit about like what the goal of that team would be.
Yeah, so we were a scrappy team that was really, our purpose was to make XRP as liquid as possible. One of the things in order for it to work through the system was that it would be the conduit between transactions around the world. And if you looked at FX being that conduit around the world, that average volume a day was like 5 to 6 trillion. So if we were going to be able to make transactions of that quality go through, you would need to have a much more liquid mechanism. So that's where you can either see the price rising to accommodate for the volume necessary, or you can see the liquidity increasing.
Did she say that? Did she say what I just? She just say what I thought she said. So you can either see the price rising, or you can see added liquidity. Either one works, because the added liquidity, eventually the price is going to rise because of that anyway. So you can either say, right? So she's saying either you're going to have to see the price rise, and she didn't hesitate to say that. Mechanism. Whoa. And out of the way, yeah, Pomp irritates me too, out of the way, Jay, because he doesn't get it, right? He doesn't get XRP's value. He's like, and for the life of me, I don't understand why he just doesn't see it. It's right there. The writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. It makes, out of the way, Jay said, Pomp irritates me. He's pompous. Makes sense with his last name. Yeah. No, but at Tap Line, we should hit each other. Oh, okay. You guys on Twitter. Right? That's what I'm saying, Carl Wagner. Boom is right. Out of the way, Jay. She said it. She did. She said it. She said it. And I don't know. Maybe because, first of all, that's what she was doing. It was institutional liquidity, right? That was her wheelhouse. That's where she played with Ripple. She's not with Ripple now, right? She's with Binance US. So there's some things that she can say, right? Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Out of the way, Jay. I meant to hit show. I'm sorry. Forgive me for that. I didn't mean to hide that comment. But right. So maybe she can kind of, without kind of violating any kind of NDAs, I'm sure she's probably got some in place. Didn't hesitate. Didn't hesitate to talk about her role and why would she bring up the FX market in her role with institutional liquidity? I mean, I'm not sure if there's anything more massive than that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tap the Line is from North Carolina. Nova, he was just guessing where you were from. I don't. Jason GL2, do you like Mr. Freecoiner? Is he a YouTuber? I don't think that I've ever watched any. Yes, I like his. I don't think I've watched him. Tap the Line says he likes him. Is there anything really more that needs to be said? Carl Wagner says, okay, girl, make it happen so I can start building my house. Yeah. John says, Bob, we're talking Way. Bob Way, I'm thinking that's who you're talking about, John. Mentioned a patented method for this. For what? For what? Oh, I know. I think I know what you're talking about, John. Well, he said Ripple had this patent, and it had to do with the way that the price could be moved, right? Is that what you're talking about? Jared XRP says Pomp has a bag of XRP. Don't let him fool you. Yeah, listen. Listen. Just because you want to make some money on it doesn't mean it has to be your favorite. He's about making money. He may have a certain bias to Bitcoin, but I'm sure he's about making money there. So I would not doubt at all that he has money. I'm told that Barry Silbert made a mint off of XRP, like a mint, crazy amount of money. What's to say here? XRP Lava said, yes, she said it most plainly, without reservation, without hesitation, just kind of normal, a matter of fact. This is nuts. What's up? What's up, my friend? Good day, Siege, and everyone. How you doing, man? Glad to see you in the stream, bro. Tap the line said all smart people have a bag. I mean, it's just right. I mean, I hold VeChain. That's not my number one, digital asset. You know, it doesn't have the use cases that XRP does, but what does? CU, man, CU3SS, VeChain, XRP, BTC in that order. I hear you. For me, mine's the exact. Just split VeChain and XRP. That's what it is for me. XRP Ladder says, so what would 5 trillion a day actually mean for us? Well, 5 trillion a day, and this is what we're talking about. XRP as the settlement mechanism, right? So that's a lot. That's a high value transaction, right? And so that means it's going to have a high value asset as a mechanism. In plain language, that's what it means. And we've always said that on this channel from the beginning. In order for XRP, not for XRP to work, in order for the powers to be able to solve the liquidity issue, and that is the issue. The biggest issue going on is the lack of liquidity. That's the biggest issue going on. That's why you keep hearing, all these other people from different places talking about liquidity now. And so in order for XRP to solve the global economic crisis, at least a major part of that crisis is illiquidity. The price of XRP has to be high, right? And I mean, even David Schwartz has said that, right? You can't have you can't have a 30-cent XRP in order to solve the challenges going on in the market today, whether it be the 10 trillion in the notional vulture accounts, or whether it be the global economic crisis, whether it be the debt that the central banks and or governments have. You need a high XRP price. So we're talking about $1 trillion a day, right? So, if we're going to tackle that market, it can't be at $1. It can't be at $5 or $10 or $50, in my humble opinion. It has to be at least $100, at least 3 digits, to even begin to deal with that volume. In spring, even said it. Ethan Beard boldly said it at an event. We are going after the $1 trillion a day FX market. Without hesitation. He told them this is where we're going, this is what we're doing. And then when you hear a congressman say the words that he spoke today, a rail is being built so that a digital token can be used as settlement for banks and non-banks, this guy is saying that I know what's going on. And I know that you guys, that's what he was saying to Mnuchin. And I know that you know what's going on. And this whole 5 years before it can be laid out is not going to work. Now I get that, the what's really probably going on is Mnuchin has to put on a show, right? Because he can't tell the people who might not be on our side, right? Mnuchin can't necessarily play the hand. So he can say 5 years to keep them thinking we're behind. You know what I mean? Because they can't play their hand as much as we would like to know. They can't play their hand. They can't play their hand. You know what I'm saying? Rico Coleman, what's going on, my friend? I don't think I've seen you in the stream before, man. How you doing? Yep. So we won't say how much we hold here on the channel. It's never a good idea to say like how much XRP you have, how much of any digital asset. So we don't want to do that here because it's just not smart, right? Because you have to always understand that people are watching, people are listening. This is the internet, right? And especially in crypto, so you have to be really, really careful. Simi.G, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? William Leather is in the building. What's going on, my friend? You're right, 100%, Mr. Siege. Out of the way, Jay, that's correct. Rule number one of crypto, we don't talk about personal holdings. If you have one, you are blessed. That's right. Without question. Without question. Yeah, we can say we have some, but not the amount. We never want to do that, man, because, you know, in the end, if there are people watching, man, there are people listening, and you know what I mean? So it's always better to be safe, man. You want to be safe in this space. But we're blessed, right? We're blessed to be early adopters in the space. You know, there's a lot of people out there who have fiat dollars. They don't have digital assets right now. And they think that they have the upper hand. But the reality is those of us in the digital asset space are winning. You know what I mean? You know? So that is crazy that she said that. Like, and I'm gonna listen to the rest of the interview. I'm trying to suffer through Pompiliano as much as I can, but I'm gonna listen to it. But I mean, that is massive. Isn't it amazing? You go on Twitter, man, and these people come up with this stuff, man. It's just, all you gotta do is go to that Twitter. I remember someone told me that like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. 'Cause I was like, I'm not on Twitter, and I don't, it seems so negative. And the dude was like, man, you got to get on Twitter. Are you kidding me? You have to get on Twitter, because he asked me my Twitter handle. I'm like, yeah, I think it's crypto. Yeah, I think it's crypto underscore CJ, right? And crypto underscore siege, CEEJ, right? And so I'm like, he's like, man, you have got to get on Twitter. And now I know why he was saying that. So what I do now is I get on there and I get the good stuff. I get the good stuff, and then to prepare for the channel, then I get off there because I don't want to deal in the negatives. Oh, Tap the Line says, I have good news. I helped level up a friend. I love that, brother. He gave me $20 to buy some XRP. I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear that. Now he said he gave you $20 to buy him some XRP. So you turned him on to XRP, man. I love to hear that. Love to hear that, Tap the Lines. That's right, John. That's right. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct, John. Moon Lambo's grandpappy said some people are no damn good. That's right. Bad guys out there, right? So you always got to be careful. Jose Cruz channel. Okay, so Congress is talking crypto, and Bitcoin is not energy friendly. Yeah, I'm very, very curious about this whole narrative that's being played now about this climate change, the climate change and Bitcoin mining. I'm very, very curious as to see how that's going to be played out. Because it really doesn't it feel like to you guys that they're really trying to put an end to Bitcoin? Doesn't it seem that way? I don't know why, but it really, really does seem that way. It really, really does. John, Jose Cruz channel says, so 2020 they will pass an international law to ban mining. And that'd be really, really tough for the proof of work projects out there, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that, Jose? That would be really, really tough if that happened. Tap the line. You said, what's my handle on Twitter? Are you talking? You said yes. It's crypto underscore C. But it really does seem like that's what they're trying to do, man. It really does seem that way. And I got some really geopolitical smart people who are really, really saying that they believe Bitcoin is going to go like to $500, $300. And then I saw something the other day that said Bitcoin won't even be around in 5 years. And so I don't think that that's great for the space. And unfortunately, I think one of the things that was a challenge for Bitcoin and the people in that camp and community was that the miners decided, or the people working on it decided that it was more profitable to leave it the way it is. They could have fixed it sooner, and they can still fix it sooner. The modern investor turned me on to that idea a while back, maybe a couple of years ago. XRP Lava says, get Greta, what's her name, to complain about the energy waste and Bitcoin will shrink. Yeah, it just seems like that's what they're trying to do. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin is nothing but a scapegoat for the tech to be unleashed. Yeah, yeah, that's what I think. It's something going on there that they don't like about Bitcoin. Eddie Amengo, what's going on, man? Good to see you in the stream, bro. XRP Harlem, what's good? You know what I mean? I don't know. It really does. And you know, I don't know. Like I want the digital assets that have a great use case to win, right? Obviously, we don't want the scams and the crap. We want the digital assets to have the great projects to win, right? We want them all to win because it raises all the ships up, right? When the tide rises, all the ships rise. Tap the line. Thank you, man. Are you on Twitter? Tap the line? Because I can follow you back, bro. But it really does feel that way. That they got something out for Bitcoin. What's your handle? Tap the line. You have a YouTube channel, Tap the line? But yeah, tell me what's your handle on Twitter, bro. I'll follow you back. Ted Smith at Ted Smith. Oh, got you. Got you. Yeah, so it's tough. It's tough. Venezuela needs to jump on XRP. Without question, Eddie, they do, man. They really, really do. That's without question. They really need to do. I mean, the greatest digital asset ever created. And so it's becoming more and more obvious. And then we get this kind of news on Twitter about the Federal Reserve. They joined the Faster Payments Council as a founding member, right? The Faster Payments Council. Who made up the Faster Payments Council? Did they say who made up the Faster Payments Council? Was that with Mnuchin and Powell and some other people? Ted XRP says Bitcoin is Atari and Napster. Absolutely, without question. And we all know that it feels as though that David Schwartz he's been around since the Bitcoin day. He's been around from the beginning. He had a blockchain patent in the 90s. Like so a lot of people think he's Satoshi Nakamoto. Everyone thinks he's him, but I don't know. Bitcoin Gold, really? Not even Bitcoin Cash, Jose? Jose Cruz says, dude, I'm from Venezuela, and the only way to do business here is via Bitcoin Gold. Really? There's no Bitcoin Cash there? I'm surprised. Dustin Hoffman, what's going on, my friend? Oh, Jose and Eddie, both from Venezuela. That's outstanding, man. Dustin Hoffman says, once traditional commodities are collateralized with cryptos like XRP, Bitcoin will be obsolete. I never believed Bitcoin was sustainable in 10 to 20 years. I hear you, bro. I hear you. You know that saying, right? The first one through the door normally gets shot, usually gets shot, and that's right. That's Bitcoin. Oh man, there's Tap the Line's YouTube channel, man. All right, excellent, excellent. I'm gonna check you out, bro. I know Bitcoin Gold. Whoa, that's tough. Jose saying not Bitcoin Gold, real gold. Oh, okay. You're saying either Bitcoin or gold. Okay, I got you. I got you, Jose. I got you. John says once XRP decouples from Bitcoin, Bitcoin will go the way of the dinosaur. Yeah, I think Schwartz is Satoshi. did say he was long on Bitcoin. Yeah. So, I mean, in the Faster Payments Council thing, I mean, that's cool. Justin often says facts. And they're collateralizing everything. And too, the city said something about they're tokenizing everything too on one of the YouTubes. From one of the videos that I watched earlier today when I was at the gym, saying that they're essentially they're tokenizing everything. First one through the door gets shot. Wow, most interesting thought. Yeah, absolutely. Says XRP Lab. Absolutely. XRP Harlem, thanks for the $3 super chat. Peace to the God. I appreciate that, my friend. Those Bears, what's going on? Yeah, so that's an interesting thing too, Jad XRP, because I don't know much about Roger Ver. A couple of times I saw him way back when, 2.5 years ago, 3 years. He seemed really, really cocky and really, really arrogant. As of late, it seems like he's toned that down a bit. Brad Kime seems to really, really like him. Seems to respect him for being smart and that type of deal. So we'll see what's going to happen with Bitcoin Cash, man. Coinfield Solo, says John. But that platform being built on the ledger is going to be really, really instrumental to what's going to happen with XRP. Yeah. Nova says, what do you think about Peter Schiff's opinion on crypto? I don't think much about it, because when you're in the gold, you're in the gold. But when your life is gold, and your platform of who you are is based upon gold, I don't feel like he has any room for other than to just be completely biased one way. Because how could you possibly not get that digital assets are here to stay? He's a smart guy, right? But he knows that he's going to be losing a certain segment of the gold community, the digital asset. He knows that. He's got a lifestyle, but he has a lifestyle built around gold. Peter, that's the bottom line with Peter Schiff. He has a lifestyle that's built around gold. If Venezuela used its crypto petro exchanges to XRP to pay for oil transfers, imagine the volumes of payments in the oil markets, trillions a day. Yep. Greetings to you. I agree, Eddie. As you're talking amongst yourself, Jackie is in the Jackie 33. How are you? What's going on? Glad to see you here. Glad you could hang out a little bit tonight. Yeah, so a lot of great news going on, Jackie 33. Did you catch the congressman slant Senator Mr. Hill in a congressional hearing with Mnuchin, Treasury? Did you catch that? The Treasury Secretary in the congressional hearing. Did you catch that? Jackie 33. Let me know if you caught that. Crazy, crazy good what he said. Yeah, because Bitcoin Cash in East Asia. Yep, absolutely. And Petro. Jose Cruz says I like XRP and Cardano, VeChain, and Petro. All right, John. Take care, man. Have a great night, brother. We'll see you tomorrow, bro. Absolutely, see you tomorrow. Jared XRP says, Jose, I love that portfolio you got going on. Oh, he uses we in this. Does he really? Interesting. Nova says it's interesting. Peter Schiff, how Peter speaks on crypto and says the word we. It's pretty obvious that he's invested in a space. Yeah. Yeah. But he has to kind of toe that line, right? Because he on the gold front, because his lifestyle has kind of been built around it. But he knows, right? He's smart enough to know that there's going to be a certain portion of a percentage of that gold community is going to move into digital assets, right? Hey, hi. Yes, I know. Everybody on the stream, welcome to the actual people. Jackie. Oh, you did? Okay. Jackie 36 says, I'm in the back of a van from my son's basketball game. Yes, watch that. Extremely exciting. Yes. Yes, Jackie 33. Extremely exciting. I sent the video directly to my brother who is also an XRP. Oh, okay, good. Outstanding. The family's in on XRP. That's good. Yeah, and Anthony Pompliano interviewed Catherine. Was it Catherine? I believe it's Catherine Coley as well. A little 2 minute segment where she mentions her role, her past role at Ripple, and she was responsible for institutional liquidity and dealing with XRP, and she talked about the FX market. But she matter of factly stated that you know that's what she was looking to do. She mentioned the FX market as an example, but and her role at Ripple, and that there was $6 trillion a day, and that was where they were looking to work. And she said, in order for that to work and deal with that 6 trillion, right? And she kind of laughed like, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I'm not there anymore. And in order for that to work, the price is going to have to go up, or there's going to have to be massive liquidity into that market. I will tap the line. I will I definitely will tell her you said what's up. CJ, what do you think of all the staking projects taking form? Well, I like it. Jared XRP. Jared XRP said that. CJ or Siege, what do you think of all the staking projects taking form? I like it. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I entered the digital asset space. I entered into that space via the lending platforms back in the day. The lending platforms. I don't know if you got familiar with that, but that was a form of staking. So I liked it. I mean, it was a lot of them were just bad, just awful. Take your money for sure. But that's how I got. So I like the staking thing. I got away from it. I had one really, really big win with it, and the most 99% of losses. And so I like it. I mess around with Power Piggy. I know a lot of people want to stay away from those type of things, and I don't blame them because so many are just not. But I was in the lending platform spaces, and I was dealing with platforms that were 3, 4, 5, 6% a day. Not 6, 7, and 8% a year. Right? Yeah. So I was in the space, and they were 3, 4, 5 cents. 1 to 6% a day. A day. So now with the Nexos of the world, with Kava kind of coming out, and what is it? There's Nexo, and there's shoot. Gosh, I forget the other one. It's like 3 of them. They kind of they got it down to that 6, 7, 8% a year thing, and so those are more sustainable. So obviously 1 to 6% a day, it's just not sustainable. People was just playing Russian roulette, just rolling the dice, and it was basically if you can get into it early, you safely get out. But as a whole, the lending platform stuff just not good. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Oh, Jose, did you really? Oh, Cowboys and getting spanked by the Bears, 14-31. It's over. It's over, man. Cowboys. Well, I'm from NYC, so I am not a Cowboys fan. XRP Lava says, has there ever been an investment that had all of this stuff happening before in the past? No. Just flat out, no. It just has not been. And I just think, the genius that is Ripple. And I heard David Schwartz say that he was around before Ripple, the company, was even started. But the genius in Ripple was when those dudes got around and they put together the IOP, Schwartz and Evans, I believe it was, Evans, Schwartz, and 2 or 3 of those guys, right, created his brother, not his brother, but his last name is Schwartz, and then it was another guy. When they created the IOP, Guys, tell me in the stream if you remember the guys who created the IOP. When they created that, they had a decision to make. They could keep that thing, and then they could market it and say, we have this thing. They could just get out into the marketplace and market that platform. And they didn't do that. They didn't do it. I remember I watched something from Sam I Am, and he did a video about the genius behind the marketing strategy that is Ripple, the company. And that move, in my opinion, and that move in deciding to gift the IOP to the W3C, when they decided to gift that thing rather than hoard it for themselves, get out into the marketplace, that was the game changer for them, in my opinion. Because they created it. They created the IOP, and they could have held on to it. But there's, and it drives me crazy because Sam I Am did this video about this book and how it very much correlated to, it was about marketing strategies and how it very much correlated to what Ripple, the company, was doing. I watched the video like 2 times. I commented like 2 or 3 weeks after the video. Sam responded with what was the name of the book. And I forgot to write it down, and it's driving me crazy because I want to read the book. But he was absolutely right. That move, Jackie 33 said, he said everything in that video. You're talking about the congressman, Mr. Hill, absolutely, without question, he did. He said everything in that video besides the word XOP. Yes, Jackie, he definitely did. What is going on here? Who's the super chat? John Rogovino. Thank you, man. Thank you. He said Trump 2020. Hey, listen. Here's it. There's some people who this show is definitely not a politics show, without question. But I will tell you this. Some people have a way of winning. Some people have a way of losing. Some people have a way of winning. Some people have a way of losing. But here's the thing that I do know. I'm not going to forget the fact that this man, the Donald, said he was going to get rid of the debt. He was going to solve this debt issue problem. And then the next thing you know, he's got this financial order. Mnuchin signed it. He signed it. Mnuchin and someone else kind of put it together. And I think the guy who helped with the executive order 1377, no, that's the token taxonomy. I think it's the token taxonomy act. But anyway, he signed his order about this new financial system around digital assets, executive order 13772. So he knows something about XRP. I mean, he had them over. Didn't he have them over when Corey Johnson was there? He had him come on over. Come on over. Yeah, come on over. Right? He had him over. So he knows. This executive order 13772, you can't forget about that. So it's powerful, man. It really, really, really is powerful. Thanks for the $20 super chat. I definitely appreciate that, my friend. Nova says Peter Schiff owns digital assets. He is smart and lies through his teeth. A lot of people that hold XRP don't say it. There's tons of people out there. Just tons. Oh, another super chat. Let me see, what is this going on here? Forgive me, I'm new to this whole super chat stuff. Another super chat. Only winners here, baby. Oh, thank you, John. $50 super chat. Holy cow, man. I appreciate you. I don't think you've been to the stream before, man. I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. Only winners here, baby. That is without question. Without question. You guys, I hope, I tell you one thing to never forget. That's my outro. But another thing to never, ever forget is that we are early adopters in this new asset class that is called digital asset, the digital asset space. We are early adopters. We are first early adopters. It's like, I heard the saying on the Kime stream one time. We own the oil fields before the oil was discovered. Like, We're early in this new digital asset class. It's crazy to me. And it gets me every now and then thinking I should hold a little bit more digital assets other than just XRP. But yeah, so classification, regulation, whatever's going to happen down the line here shortly, I just believe there's going to be digital assets and then they're going to be functions. This digital asset functions as a currency. This digital asset functions as a utility token. This digital asset functions as a gaming token, right? I think that's coming. Ronnie Early, regulatory clarity coming and fast. Absolutely. Welcome to the stream, bro. Absolutely. I believe that 1000%. Because, like I've always said in the stream, the global economic crisis has zero patience and waits on no one. And that crisis is upon us. BRICS, don't sleep on BRICS. BRICS was put together. That's a message. The whole forming of the whole BRICS thing is a message to the US saying that we need a better way. We need a new way. We know about these digital assets. We know what we can do with our own digital currency. We are moving away from the US dollar. That's a message. That whole global empire thing that you read about in the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Got to read that book if you haven't read it. Read the second one too. You got to read that book. Those days are numbered, unless the good old US of A and the Donald has a plan. So we shall see. Tap the line. He's at Podsign right now, but he's on the Ripple board. Arthur Brito, Schwartz, and Larson are the Jedi Council. Yeah, absolutely. First time here, says John. I like the content. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate you being here. Let me see if I can catch up on some of these comments. I definitely appreciate you being here, bro. I like that out of the way, Jay. That's how he's repaying the debt, is his Trump card. I like that. You're talking about XRP, right? There's got to be some kind of way XRP is going to be used. And we all know about his, what is it? Is it his brother-in-law? There's his son-in-law. Persons. Like this whole little, what's the word I want to use? It's not how much you know, it's who you know. And we can tell that is very much the case with Trump. And they know about XRP. There's zero chance that they don't know. They know what it can do for liquidity. And I always say this, listen, if we know, they know. Period. You know what I mean? If we know, they know. And it is a quote unquote Trump card, like out of the way Jay is saying. It has to be. How in the world is Mark Carney? And someone please in the stream tell me what gig, if any, did Mark Carney end up getting? Because I'm told he didn't actually get the IMF job. There is no way in the world that Mark Carney, the former, the governor of Bank of England, right, that dude, is going to come to the States and suggest, and he didn't hint, he flat out said that the US dollar as the world reserve currency is not working. We need a new model and it needs to be digital. There's no way he's going to come to the good old US of A and make that statement on US soil and not a single person from the White House made a comment. Not the Donald, not Mnuchin, not Powell. And I don't even remember, to be honest with you, I don't even remember a reporter, Bloomberg, MSNBC, whatever, questioning Powell or questioning Mnuchin or questioning the Donald about Mark Carney's statement. I don't even remember that. Are you telling me they're going to let this, someone as major as Mark Carney make that statement and not come back at him at all? They knew. This is This is a playbook. I'm not sure what page we're on. This is like a rollout. This is a playbook. And okay, this is what we're gonna do right here. Okay, you go out there and talk about the U.S. dollar being a world reserve currency. We're not going to do anything, but 2 days from now, or a week from now, this is what we'll say. We'll hold all these congressional hearings, and we'll talk about not the bitcoins, not the Ethereums, but there is a token out there that can settle, and the rails are being And the rails are being laid, and there's this digital token out here that we can use for settlement for banks and non-banks, in a congressional hearing. Crazy. I'm telling you, it's a setup. They know what's up. I appreciate that, John. I appreciate you being. You can see that XRP family is loving you here too as well. What else we got? Crypto Man. What's going on, Crypto Man? VeChain, baby. Crypto Man loves some VeChain, man. Kava, Ronnie, earlier you have some Kava and some Cosmos token, bro. Is that right, Ronnie? Man, that's awesome, bro. I have no Kava, no item, man. I know I need to get some because Kava's no joke. 64 watching, only 43 likes. Yeah, guys, if you could just close the chat real quick. If you like the content, smash that like button and come back into the chat, man. I definitely appreciate it. Helps the channel for sure, and it helps to get the stream out of the people as well, so we can grow this community, right? So we can grow this community, because the only way to deal with old money is to displace them. You got going on here, Jared. Jared Kushner, man. Jose, man, you are a smart dude, man. Yep. Plans. You're giving Trump all the solutions. That's right. Jared Kushner. That's the one I was thinking of. So here's the other thing too, guys, and you heard me say this on the channel as well. And this is very, very important to understand. And it's really more so for us, it's probably really more so a mindset than anything. But the great Warren Buffett said this, and I think this is so important. When you take the time to do your own homework, to do your own research, do your own diligence into an asset, and then you make a decision to invest in an asset. This is what he says. He said, if you can't hold that asset for 10 years, then you should not hold it for 10 minutes. It's so important to understand. This is so important to develop that resolve and understand that that's how it works. And we all know this is the greatest digital asset ever created. You got Spring doing their thing. You got Ripple doing their thing. You got XRP itself doing its thing. And again, the genius move, and I got off track with that, but the genius move is when, if anybody saw that Sam I Am video, by the way, then you know what I'm talking about? When he referenced the book, he had the book actually displayed on the video, on the stream. And he said that the Ripple was moving, the moves that they made, the moves that they've made, the moves that they were making was really, really based upon, it was like they were following that book to a T. And I forget the name of the book, but it was about marketing strategies for the 21st century, I guess. If I could remember the name of that book. But when Ripple, the company, when those dudes created it, remember the people from Ripple created the ILP, they had a decision to make. Keep it or give it away. Think about that, guys. They had a decision to make. Keep it or give it away. My mentor's wife used to say to me all the time, CJ, the secret to living is giving. Then I heard there was a book out by a lady who actually wrote that book called The Secret to. They had that decision to make, and they made that decision to give it away, to gift it to the W3C. And I think that was the genius move. Whether it was a reluctant move, I don't know, but the fact that they did do it. Out of the way, Jay, is an interesting point here. Carney is doing climate control for the UN. Okay. He and Lagarde will speak on how much energy Bitcoin miners are using to try to ban Bitcoin, which will keep the U.S. in the forefront of crypto. Interesting point. XRP. Each plan in the Mid East is crazy. Yep. You guys are talking amongst yourself. He's the real boss. I believe that 100%, John. John Rogovanu says all this impeachment garbage is just to get your eyes off the prize. There are going to be big changes. Yep. I can believe that 10,000% that is without question a distraction. My man Carl Wagner said something a few months ago. He said something to me. I'll never forget it. He said, Bitcoin is the great distraction. He said it's the great distraction. Jay, the Sam I Am video was epic. Which Sam I Am video? Oh, Galvatron. Yeah, I watched like 2.5, 3 minutes of it. Oh, Galvatron. That's a funny dude right there. He is a funny dude. Jared XRP, I do not, bro. Jared XRP says, Siege, do you have merch with your No, I don't. I've had several people on these last 3 streams saying that you need to go ahead and get that done. Get some shirts, get some whatever. And I reached out to a couple of people, try to figure out how to do it. I don't even know how to begin to kind of get into that. Right. I know people, I see Brad Kimes, I see the digital nomad investor, I've seen CKJ, kind of got their own merch, their own shirts and that kind of stuff like that. I know out of the way, Jay. I know. I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of get into that game. I don't know how to get into the game. I reached out to one of my boys. He's got a clothing line. I know him from the gym. He's got a nice clothing line. But I was asking like, how do I get into it? And he didn't get back. He didn't get back to me. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that because I do want to do that really, really quick. Teespring. So is it teespring.com? Jared XRP is it teespring.com? Definitely want to kind of get that. For goodness cakes, Atlanta says Teespring. Yep, Teespring. I'm gonna look into it, man. I'm definitely gonna look into it because I know I want to get that done. I want to, take that to a different kind of level as well. Tap the line says, "Oh, talking to somebody else." Yep. Who doesn't want the competition? Wait, Jay. Yo, oh, you saying my dude? Right, but he's not even in digital assets, man. He's a workout guy, so he's in that workout space, and I love what he's got going on too. But yeah, he never did get back, man. It was kind of crazy. And I was thinking about reaching out to Kimes or whatever, but I didn't. But I definitely want to get that gear going, man. I definitely want to get that set up and see what's up. See what's up. Your guy at the gym, yeah, yeah. It's funny. So yeah, and so I definitely want to get that because I think that it will, I think people will be blessed with having that for sure. I got to look into it. I'm gonna make a note to look into that tomorrow. John Citizen 76, what's going on, my friend? So I guess it's teespring.com, I guess. Look into it and kind of see how it goes. See what's up with this, see if there's an upfront cost and all that kind of stuff like that. Oh, easy to set up, says For Goodness Cakes. Okay. That's good to know. If it's easy to set up, good. I can get the Ms. Crypto Siege to kind of do the logo, whatever. But I got to figure out I'm going to do it manually on the outro and figure out how I'm going to do it. But Jared XRP, yep, absolutely. Old money doesn't want us to win. Yep. Auto Style promoted by Crypto Mice, also looks good quality gear. Devon Steve, what's going on, man? How long has everybody been in XRP? I'm going to say most people it's probably less than 2 years, John. Can you help me out with how to say your last name? If I can pronounce that right. That's right. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, yeah. So, let me, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I know it's getting kind of late. I've gone over an hour, 15 minutes now. But listen, I'm going to wrap this thing up and just remind you guys, never ever forget this, guys. Never ever forget that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history, man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sideline? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought. The victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya.